If I was a dictator of a technocratic society, I wouldn't waste time spying on individuals' call records, emails, photos, etc. Nor would I even hire a group of people to do it for me. The reason for this is that it would be entirely too impractical. There simply wouldn't be enough manpower to reliably spy on each individual in any given country. Instead, what I would do is I would utilize technology to spy on people and basically, analyze people's search history, their their communications, etc. And then I would have a profile built of the general population. In fact, I'd probably have several profiles as people aren't, unidimensional. Then I would use those profiles to build targeted propaganda campaigns. In fact, what I would do is I would launch this propaganda in the context of a democratic society so that, people would think that they were making choices for themselves that were actually in my interest. But really, I was engineering them to come to those conclusions the whole time. I would use psychographic information, demographic information that I collected from the general population, and I would specifically target not individuals per se, although maybe that could be done in the future with technology. I would just target groups, and I would make people think that they were utilizing their free choice to choose exactly the sort of society that I wanted to build. And the reason I gave you this hypothetical example, this vision of a technocratic dictator, is because I want to highlight the importance of data privacy. Data privacy isn't simply a matter of I don't want large corporations spying on me and seeing what I'm saying to, my friends or significant other. That's private information. The fact of the matter is you're just not that important. People don't really care about you individually. However, the problem with, data collection is that it can be used more broadly, more generally. And there's in our society, there's a term I coined. It's called the non-reciprocal flow of information. So what's happening is large corporations and the government are acquiring large amounts of data that they can in fact use to build the sorts of profiles that I'm describing and launch targeted ads, but also to design, targeted propaganda that's very specifically tailored to you. And it can get you to think that you're making your own decisions when in fact you're really just being engineered by the government or corporations to make specific decisions. And so they can do this under the guise. It's sort of like the idea, if you're familiar with Noam Chomsky, with manufacturing consent. Instead, what they're using is they're using technology to build very, very targeted ads, political ads, and propaganda to make you think you're making the free choice to elect certain people or vote on certain policies. The reason why data privacy is so important is because it's non this flow of information is non-reciprocal. Large corporations, they're not transparent. The government isn't transparent yet. These entities, they can get information from just about anyone that they want to. And so that's the problem. Whenever there's a imbalance in the flow of information, because again, information can be used to hold people accountable, but also to exploit them and influence them. Whenever there's an imbalance in the flow of information, there's an imbalance in power. And when there's a power imbalance, abuse can occur. That's the real importance. That's the real importance of data privacy. Nobody cares about you individually, but if they can build, let's say, profiles, because there's many people who are similar to you, and if they can build a profile that appeals to not only you but a large other group of people, then they can again launch propaganda or whatever else to manipulate your decision and your thinking, while all the while making you believe that you live in a democracy. All right, well, that's all I'm going to say for this one. If you want me to elaborate on any of this, or if you want similar videos, or if you have any comments, let me know down below. Take care.